No matter who watching, no matter who listening, nobody ever really dies. Get money and stay positive. I'm really making this video for myself, for later. You know what I'm saying? Because this is something that I see that I may need this later. You know, I'm definitely far from perfect. Perfect in my own way. You know what I'm saying? That's just my confidence speaking right there. But definitely not perfect. And you really got to make sure you got to really check just to see who people really are before you start building them up to be what you perceive them to be. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm real, and I've done this before. I've perceived a person to be what I hoped, and it only made it easier for them to mask who they really were in order to patronize me and get things out of me. You know what I'm saying? Damn. I think, man, like as men, we gotta be like just harder to to attain or coerce or whatever you want to. Like I think we just be too easy sometimes. Like we just need to be more patient, cause yeah. And I'm not even gonna make this about men versus women for real. I'm not gonna make this about men versus women, cause I think anybody can do this. I think anybody can do this. I think anybody can study what you really about if you could put that information out there and present themselves as that. And it's crazy because like I'm even recalling memories now, like where I'm meeting somebody and they're they just so happen to be on the same shit that I'm on on the surface though. But then when we have conversations and when we get to the bottom of it, they really not living that life. You know what I'm saying? For all men, for all women, for everybody out there, if you are on the internet and you're sharing like who you are, you know what I'm saying? I know it's helping people. You know what I'm saying? So you're really doing good work. But remember and understand that there are people out there who are going to research you, figure out exactly what you want. Exactly what you want. They gonna study you. I've had people study me, bruh. I've had I've had I've had women study me for months before they ever came face to face with me. For months before they ever came face to face with me. Gee, that's crazy. That's like that is like some CIA type. You don't need to see me. Fuck. That's like some CIA type shit. It's people out there that, and it's like, I don't think it's not like you. It's not like you. It's not like it don't gotta be some scary thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just something to be aware of. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get in front of somebody like, and you know that the information is out there for somebody to study, to then, you know what I'm saying, be able to present themselves in a way that they know that you would want. Then if you give it more time, they can't really be that. They really can't be that. How I Yeah, they really can't be that. Like they can show up as that, but they if you really look, if you really look, you can see beneath that shit. But sometimes we just I think it's just an impulse. It's an impulse thing. It's an ego thing. And it's an excitement about it. It's just you just feel like, yeah, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like it's low key some it's slight lazy because you feel like I don't have to work anymore. I found it. This is, or I'm in sync. This is it. But you really need to give it more time when you're dealing with people. Like just give it more time for them to show you who they are, you know? And it's funny because like even when you decide not to see it, there's gonna be people that are telling you that it's there. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be people that are like, look, you see that? That's that's fraud. That's fraudulent. Like get out of there. It's gonna be people that tell you that. You know what I'm saying? And some of those people don't even fuck with you. They just calling it out because maybe they felt susceptible to the same ploy or the same trick. But like as like just from the experience of a man, like I don't think we really be um giving ourselves as much credit as we should for the value that we contribute. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get like it's really not in our favor, in a lot of situations. You know what I'm saying? It's really not in our favor in a lot of situations as men. It's almost like set up for us to lose. It's not good to. I can't read these comments. Who the fuck is like just bots? It's not good to talk to yourself. These is just bots. This is just like some dumbass shit. Fucking idiots. Anyway. Yeah, we just gotta give it more time. You know what I'm saying? Like before we give people the credit that we want to give them. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's not a gender specific thing. Like even women, you know what I'm saying? Like so women a lot of times they fall in love with a man's potential. I've heard this many times. Men do this too. But like you just gotta take some time to really see if that like what it is beforehand. But as if you have an Instagram page and you doing something, you got a business or you know what I'm saying, people like you, like people look up to you, like I really had to make this video because and that's why I don't give a fuck. Like I'm in the dark. I don't care. Like I need to come back and listen to this myself. But motherfuckers look up to me. Motherfuckers look up to me. You know what I'm saying? Like you might be listening to this, people might look up to you. That's nothing to take lightly. People like you. You know what I'm saying? People want to be around you. People like people benefit from just being around you and they learn from you and like their quality of their life is enhanced just by being next to you and in the vicinity of you while you live how you live. Like that is like that's not nothing to take lightly. Your contribution is heavier than you think. Is much more than you think it is. So a lot of times the person that's actually studying you and trying to get next to you and present themselves as whatever, a lot of times that's the person that would benefit more from you than you would benefit from them. A lot of times that's the person that, you know what I'm saying, like they get with you and whole, you know what I'm saying, the world see y'all together and like you bring them up way more than they could bring you up. You know what I'm saying? Because like they had to study you. They had to, you know what I'm saying? Or at least they felt that. They felt that they had to study you instead of just working on themselves and doing anything. Like they just like, yeah, I'm gonna get this motherfucker. I'm gonna get this person. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna portray myself to be exactly how I know this person, wants wants me to be. Man, it's a cold game. That's just cold. And low key, like I do, it's tough because I think people can change, and you can change your behavior, but that's like a journey you go on with yourself. It's not like something that somebody could tell you to do, or you could just do it for somebody else. Like that's something you got to do for yourself. But we live in an age of social media, which is why this is such a big thing, like that I'm like talking about right now. Like we live in the age of social media. You literally everybody's a celebrity now. Everybody's a motherfucking celebrity now. It doesn't take a lot. You know what I'm saying? You could just be. You don't even have to have anything going on, and you could have like a few hundred people following you, watching your story every day, just looking at what you do. So, the information that you put out there, you know what I'm saying, it is data, and it's like it's cool. Like we not scared, you know, but like you just gotta be aware. You just have to be very, very, very aware. Like oh, like I low key, I feel like you know what I'm saying, like as an artist, you know what I'm saying, that's doing well. You know what I'm saying? Like with just that then you're known by a multitude of people. You should assume. You should probably assume when you meet new people that they've already studied you. That they already studied you. Not like on some like you don't know who I am. Not like that, but just like I'm gonna assume if you're you know what I'm saying that if you're showing interest in me that you already looked at my shit. You looked at everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like I'm not a very private person. Like, I've, I have a lot of music out. You know what I'm saying? I make posts. I like to talk. I do shit like this. Like, even this video right here, somebody could look at it and be like, okay, like he know what's up, or he's aware of this, or this is how his mind works. You know what I'm saying? Like, people study you. And why I'm making this video, it's like, well, I feel like it's like even if we were playing chess and somebody was next to you telling you what to do, it don't necessarily mean you're gonna beat me in this game. Um, it may provide a disadvantage, you know what I'm saying, for me a little bit, but it's just it's also something that could help others. I truly believe that as well. And it ain't nothing nobody ain't said before, but people really study you. Like people really watch you and really look like there are people out there that do shit and there's people out there that watch. You know what I'm saying? There's people out there that do shit and there's people out there that watch. Most of the people in that you see in the comments, like they're the people that watch or just robots, bots. But there's people out there that literally they do shit. They don't have time to watch what's going on and you know what I'm saying, be looking at the next person because they're doing shit. They're busy doing shit. They making shit happen. They're creating things. They're building, you know? But then there's people out there that they kind of like not to say that they ain't building nothing at all or ain't ever built nothing, but they're like most of their time is taken up like as a bystander. They really a bystander. And those are the people that, you know, gather the information on you. You know what I'm saying? They plot and plan and, you know, sometimes the motherfuckers know you better than you know you in certain moments because they literally watching you the whole entire time. You're not watching you the entire time. You're doing shit. So you really should assume. You really should assume. And I'm speaking as a hip hop artist and jazz musician in the third largest city in America. To all the people out here like me, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you do it and you do it well and you continue, you don't stop and it's growing and expanding. We should just all assume before people meet us that they've watched us and studied us already. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like there is like a lack of there is a implication of like a ingenuity, like or inauthenticity, or like a lack of sincerity that I'm talking about, and that can be like kind of like, I don't know, looming, or a little like dark, but like that's a real thing. That's a real thing. I literally have had people tell me that before, that they watched me and that they was listening to my stuff and listening to my music, and but way before we met, way before we met. And then we meet, and then they present themselves a certain way, and I'm like, like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? Then when it come out, it's like, oh shit, like, okay, like, actually, you've been waiting to revert back to who you really are. You know what I'm saying? Or what you're really on, but you really just are saying this because whatever. Like a lot of times, like this is people that, I don't know. Sometimes you do some shit. Sometimes you live away because you really want to live that way and you really want to become that. But sometimes you live away because you just want to attract something or somebody. So it's like that's your motivation. You know what I'm saying? Like if I do X, Y, and Z, or if I present myself as such and such. And low key, taking the action is much more honorable than presenting, because the presenting is just dressing yourself up and looking a certain way. But taking the action, I mean, you actually got to go do that shit. But even then, some people will go as far as doing things just so that you could really buy into that perception. So, man, we really just got to like look at each other real hard and long in the face and just really make sure that the person that's looking back at us is who they are saying they are. And if they not, what is your motive? What do you want? Like, what are you trying to get out of this? You know what I mean? But also, something I also noticed, you could just look at people and tell. A lot of times, that's low key probably the most profound thing about this whole thing. It's not even like that people are manipulative, and you know what I'm saying, like they trying to get over on you, or that's not the most profound thing about this. I think the most profound thing about this is that we a lot of times we can see it in their eyes. We can see it in them that this is something else. Like we can see it. And then we choose not to see it. And maybe that's because we giving ourselves credit for being able to like change this whole person, or maybe we give ourselves credit to, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's our ego. Like, yeah, like I could just change this person, but I don't that should not nah. Nah. Yeah, man. I just think it's important because I think putting yourself out there is really great. And there's a lot of you get a lot out of that. And when people see you do that, like they can help you. And they're like, okay, like, oh, you need this, like I got you. Like, or oh, like you do that, let's work together. It's really good for the people that are like actually working and wanting to collaborate and stuff like that. Like when you put yourself out there, because now people know. But also, I'm understanding more and more why people don't put themselves out there. Because when you do, on the flip side, you open yourself up for a psychological attack and fucking invasion. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be motherfuckers trying to invade and shit, and just set things up to be a way that they really truly ain't. In real life, in all reality. But yeah, it's a lot of us out here with 500 followers on Instagram and 600, 800, 1,000 followers on Instagram, right? And it's a lot of us out here that live in places that's heavily populated. So It's just something to consider. It's something to think about. Like when you're a person that you're a doer, you have to be really careful with the watchers. You got to be very careful with the watchers. Anybody that's willing to study you, and then you know what I'm saying, but like that's not sincere for real. You know what I'm saying? Like you just come to the shit. Don't go prepare and prep and do all this other stuff. That's some shit that you do when you're trying to get something from somebody. Like that's some shit you do before an interview. Like you study the company and the person giving you the interview and you prepare for that shit so that you can really that's some shit you do in that situation. But when it just comes to like building relationships with people, like on the personal tip, that's a little, you know what I'm saying? Like let's freestyle this. Let's get to know each other. Like let's freestyle this. You're not freestyling, you're writing. You're writing. You studying me before you ever meet me, you're writing. I'm freestyling. I never met you before. I'm just going off of the strength. I'm just going off of I'm just going I'm just it's just is but I'm just going, you know what I'm saying? But you got to be really, really, really careful. And it's kind of tough, but it's so weird. Like I said, it doesn't take a lot to be famous. I mean, motherfuckers stream 24 hours, wake up like on some like 24-hour, you just watching me go to sleep shit. You're just watching me wake up. You watching me get dressed. You watching me just talk and just hang out with my friends. Like, and I'm famous, making millions of dollars because I have the streaming equipment and the wherewithal to present myself in a certain light, in a certain way. It doesn't take a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it's just something to be mindful of when you meet new people, and when you're always meeting new people. Because I'm always meeting new people. When you always meeting new people, you really got to just like take the time to analyze and discern whether or not this is a sincere thing that's happening. It's done, Ali. No matter who watching, no matter who listening, nobody really dies. Get money, stay positive.